Good morning. Today is June 3rd, Saturday. It's a cloudy, overcast weekend, and it's only going to be about in the low 60s today. And it's about at the daytime high right about now anyway. Maybe a few more degrees higher. So these two planters here on the deck for the update, I swapped them because that one is way more advanced than this one. This one was getting all day sun until it set on the other side of the house right there. So you would think it would be that one, but it's this one. So I swapped them so that they would kind of even out a little bit. These petunias I started from seed look fantastic. Elephant ear has a few leaves coming out. Lime tree still has some damage from the power washing situation. I just fertilized the citrus yesterday with some citrus fertilizer, and I do have to pick off some of these lemons because it's starting to flower and put on new fruit, and I don't want it to drop the new fruit. And this one is finally coming back. I did do some fertilizer and it's leafing out and blossoms are coming. Yeah, and if you could see how much more advanced this one is than the other one. So yeah, swapped them out. More damage from the power washing situation. We'll see how this fig does over the summer. Here, the things that still need to go to different places. They also got damaged by the power washing incident, but they'll all be fine. Zinnias, I need to actually pot those up or put them in the ground. I literally forgot about them. I would have done them a few minutes ago when I was cleaning up the garden. These last weekend I potted them up from the little containers they were in. These are columbine. These are Lychnis. These two. And these two are bergamot, bee balm. Over here, the green stalk is looking wonderful, and we're starting to get strawberries. Of course, it's June, so you know. And the peas are starting to put on flowers. The one over on the other side is a little bit more advanced. I put some cucumbers in where I took out spinach that's starting to bolt, for example. Got to pull that out. And wow, yeah, I have to pick these strawberries before the birds realize they're there. And we, as much as this looks so full, we have been eating lettuce off of this. So I'm officially done buying lettuce from the store for at least for a little while. Everything looks so good. I'm excited. Over here, cut back the poppies. The lemon balm is power wash damage. Poppies would have died back anyway. And the rose bush I thought was dead is actually pushing out new growth from right here. I tried to dig it up the other day and I saw a stem and I was like, ooh. So I had to just bury it back and put some more compost just to make sure, or give it the best chance possible. Rose they're finally in full bloom, but the leaves look really tattered and crazy. And we got some stray branches here. Some doors my husband's going to repurpose to do something. I don't know. These smell so good. So good. And this rose is just stagnant. It's literally been like this since I moved it. At least it's not dead. All right, let's go to the back. And I think I finally figured out what is making the leaves curl at the bottom of my plants. This morning when I was cleaning up the garden, I remembered that we actually get the grass treated for weeds. And I think the guy might have sprayed the plants because everything that's on the edge has curled leaves at the bottom. The highway is right behind there, so forgive the noise. So I cut back some of the tulip and daffodil foliage and I kind of dropped them there to suppress my grass. I have to drop those potting mix bags over here. The potting mix is awful. It was all wood chips, so I don't intend to use it to actually plant anything, so I'm going to use it as mulch. This morning I cut back the alliums that were in here. They're done blooming. We have I think I put this is a stone crop. This is a volunteer poppy, snapdragons. I think I mentioned it last time I was videoed. Yeah, everything is looking good. This iris looks awesome and it looks great up against that. Okay. Down here, all the way in the back, the lupins still look pretty good. They're not dead. And this whole week should be very good for transplanting or giving a transplanted plants an opportunity to really thrive, because it's only going to be in the 60s and it's going to be kind of overcast. 60s, 70s. The things in here are starting to pick up a little bit. The melons didn't seem to be doing so good, so I actually dropped some seeds in here, so we shall see what happened. I'm sorry, the cantaloupes, yep. I dropped some seeds in, and I actually put some more cilantro seeds in here to see if I could get another round there. Although they're starting to bolt. This morning I put down some more cardboard, or ripped up the cardboard and kind of dug this area up a little bit just to clean it up so the weeds don't take over. Corn is coming along. The callaloo is coming along. Some look better than others. And the beans are coming along. And already the sunflower has some kind of something on it. Hopefully it's not the leaf cutter. Oh, I don't know if I did that or if something else did that. It's missing a few leaves. Oh boy. I had to shoo a bunny this morning because I thought it was eating one of my plants, but it was digging next to my plant. Baptisia, roses, budded up and ready to go. This is one of the coral ones. More cardboard to suppress weeds. And look at my peony. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, so pretty. The ones in the front are all done, but this one is still going, just a little bit. Doesn't seem to be any blooms on this one this year. Usually by now you would see the little cluster, but I don't see anything. More spotted rose bushes. Not looking too healthy. Not sure why. Plum tree is looking awesome. No fruit though. Hibiscus looking awesome. No flowers yet, of course. They don't bloom until August. Got some blooms here. Looking real good. My comfrey is coming along. Move some of the weeds out. And more roses. More of the coral one. My poor chives, they're very neglected, as you can see. And my PG looking great. My dump section here. I must have some seriously good compost under there. I need to dig under there and take out some of that for myself, for my purposes. I thinned. Yeah, no, I didn't come back and thin since the last video, but I need to. This morning I spent the time putting up the tomato cages, because the tomatoes are definitely starting to grow. And the squash or the pumpkins are looking fantastic. Peppers looking great. Everything is loving their life right now. Carrots, potatoes, blueberries, strawberries. Oh, I think, the potatoes are actually pushing up. Okay. And I took off the hoops out of here because I needed to put the tomato cages for the 2 tomatoes I transplanted this week. This morning I cut off the rest of the garlic scapes. And everything is looking good. The beans that I put in here for nitrogen fixing purposes are coming up. Everything is look at this lettuce. Look at this lettuce. I've done lettuce good before, but this is by far the best. This kale does not seem to be bothered or attractive to the slugs or the cabbage loopers. However, the lacinato, definitely. It's attractive. They love it. They keep coming for it. Tomato cages and my little makeshift trellis here. I ended up doing it with the white conduit because I have the same idea or concept over there. So I was like, why not continue? Like literally there's only one thing left to do in the vegetable garden, which is put up the other black trellis like that one over there around the pumpkins right here. So tomorrow morning I might put that together. And here we've been having flowers since last week. So we've been having flowers on the peas since last week. So now we finally have some peas. And I definitely pick them like soon. Like in a couple of days this will be ready. And they're so sweet and so good fresh out of the garden like this. The beets, not sure how the red beets are. They're not bulking up as much as the golden beets. Ooh, and the cosmos, they're coming. I think this is a seashells variety. And look at this Pablo lettuce. Like when I tell you this is the year for lettuce, yes, so exciting. The weather has been conducive to beautiful lettuce growing. My volunteer cucumber is looking fantastic. Here's the transplant. And here's the other transplant. And I'm still trying to, last year I looked up this bug and I got the name. This year I haven't been able to find it yet, but they've been around just in droves this year. So I have to make sure they're not bad bugs. Although I think they are, if I remember correctly. Okay, cover that up because the bunnies have been touring the backyard. Look at the baby's breath. I grew baby's breath. So exciting. All right. Or cosmos. I can't remember what variety that is. Might be the other one. Weeds. And I think I said it already, but this one might need to be divided. I feel like it's gotten too big for its space. The blooms last year have not been as productive as they were in previous years. So yeah, time to divide it. Up here, the coneflower, I tried to put a tomato cage over it this morning, and it did work because when the blooms come on, it flops all over the place. However, I needed the tomato cages. I needed all of them, so I had to take it off. I'll figure out a different way to keep it upright. Wait, why are these leaves damaged? What in the world? I'm so confused. Oh, so the bunny was digging somewhere around here this morning next to the oregano that I planted and the thyme. However, I thought it was digging up the okra that I have here. I have a pitiful one right here. Yep, almost pulled it out just now. And another one right here that's about on its last leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4 good looking ones. I'm gonna drop some more seeds because I have plenty of time. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, it's not hot enough. Like over the past 2 days when it was in the 90s, the okra did grow quite a bit. It absolutely did. I saw a ladybug on here earlier, so this must have aphids. And usually, yep, here's another ladybug. Yep. I feel like I'm gonna have to put this in a pot. It looks terrible. And that one, I'm gonna have to move it too. It also looks terrible. But now that I know that the weed killer situation might have affected it, I don't know. Look at the bottom of that, all curled up and looking crazy. All right, over here, these are starting to show their color. Rudbeckias are looking gorgeous. Creeping Jenny, yes please. And look at my Pinky Winky Standard. You probably can't see it because of the other green, but look at that. Wow. This morning I cut back all the alliums that didn't still have any color, but these I left in. I would think by the end of the weekend it would need to come out. The Astilbes are finally starting to put on their bloom stalk. The Mount Laurel is almost ready to open. The goldenrod is opening even more. Bloom stalks coming, bloom stalks coming, bloom stalk coming, and bloom stalk coming. I was a little worried because usually they're out by now, I think, if I look back at my old videos. I cut back all the alliums that were behind the bird bath and up against the wall. This one is still going, so we'll leave it for a bit. And this one is gonna bloom this year. And that one has 2 buds over there. Super exciting. In the past, when it was in the front, it bloomed pink. So I'm not sure what the color is gonna be over here because the soil is a little bit different. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's the flowers for the hollyhock. Not hollyhock, Lord, holly. Plain old holly. And these baskets or pots still showing off. And the hostas look beautiful. So I need some color in here. I did go to the nursery yesterday to find some plants, but I didn't buy anything. I didn't commit to anything. I definitely think I want more red. I want like that contrast that you have here. I'm probably gonna put a red one there. And I like the coral caramel looking ones. I'm gonna put it more towards the front. So I think I'm gonna put a drift of heucheras right here, and then one there and one there. Maybe not all heuchera, but shade loving plants, because this area basically gets none. Maybe like a lungwort or a brunnera or something of that nature. I guess this got some power washing fluid on it too. Yep, so did that. It's a little tart, a little burnt. The ladies' mantles have put on their buds, but they're not quite open yet. And this also got damaged. Oh, my neighbor just stopped by and tell me I'm doing a great job. Okay, so more damage from the power washing fluid, but the buds are gorgeous. This also got damaged, the barberry. The leaves actually fell off. But I was gonna cut it this morning, but I didn't have on my rose pruning gloves, so I'll do it another time. Looking good. Oh, and looking great. Look at this. Look at this. And this one, oh, it's literally to die for. Oh my gosh. I cut back all the alliums that were here. It was the really, really large ones. I did that this morning. And the geranium, I think that was on the last video, and the bleeding hearts that were all throughout this bed. And I can't remember if it was on the other video, but I did finally finish the walkway, and everything seems to have taken. pretty good. Nothing's dying except for for this one, because it was like a last thought and I didn't water it in. So part of it anyway, I think part of it was planted a little high because I have 2 different pieces in there. So part of it is looking dead, but everything else looks fantastic. And the grass that I thought had died is actually alive. I didn't realize that it needed to be so warm for this to come up, but I kind of gave up on them, and here they come. I think it's Liriope. I have them dotted along here. Can't remember how many, because I think I actually got frustrated and pulled one out, so I might need to replace it at this point. But yeah, I thought it was dead, but it just comes out a little bit later in the year rather. I think I'm going to lose there's a salvia in here. I think I'm going to lose it. It's being crowded by everything. Like literally there's only one stalk that made it up out of all of this. So if it survives, I will move it. Yeah, this looks too beautiful for me to disrupt anything and break any branches in there this year. We'll worry about that next year. Like a color like this would look beautiful over there in the hosta bed. This rose bush is going gangbusters. I need to tie it up because it's taking over. Like I thought my husband might have dropped something in there or somehow damaged it, but it's literally weighed down and coming apart in the center from the weight of the blooms. And here go one of these things under here. I think he's sleeping, and I'm gonna take this opportunity to get him. Yes, I smush bugs. I do smush bugs. Yes, I do. Yeah, so this morning when I was moving, I saw this. I was like, oh, it is alive. So that's when I went to go look at the others and noticed that, yeah, indeed, it is still alive. Wow, wow, wow. And I love this rose bush because it goes from this orange to this pinky coral color, and then it fades to this lighter pink, then it's like almost white. Like when it's in full bloom, it's nuts. We bought the house, it was already here, so I have no idea what variety it is, but I love it. This has aphids on it. Can't focus. Yes, has aphids on it. But it's still alive. I started from seed last year, so I'm proud of it. It's hanging in there. I also started this from seed. It's the penstemon, and there's the store-bought penstemon. And I did cut back the sedum, and they look awful. This is their 2nd year in my garden, and they look absolutely awful. Or 3rd year. 3rd. They look awful. The coloring has been off. Like, the camera makes them look really, really green, but no, they look like they're lacking iron. And I did cut them back just to see if I could get them to bloom later and to be a little bit more bushy. The peony, I just cut the blooms off of it this morning. It's all done. And this clematis, the blooms are just now starting to open. Yeah. And the last is over here on the side. This is done. This clematis is done and has some damage from you know what. And so does my dahlia. And I'm still worried about this rose, but it's still maintaining a green color. So I'm holding out hope, and I don't want to disrupt it if it's growing underground. So like I did the other one, or maybe it does need to be disrupted. I don't know. Come on, you Stacia Vi. Work with me. I cut back the rest of the irises on this side this morning. Like, your sister is doing fine. Your brother is doing fine. Matter of fact, your brother got buds. Like, come on. But yeah, I'm probably gonna dig it up and see what's going on the ground. Yeah, this looked like it got damaged too. Maybe a splashback bouncing off the wall, but maybe not. Well, yeah, because this one is a little bit further away and they don't have the same kind of damage. But my hostas are looking, not hostas, hydrangeas. The broadleaf ones are looking poor this year. I don't know. Well, actually, they all are looking poor this year. Every one of them have some issue going on. Well, anywho, I'm all done. Me go wash some dishes and straighten up the house. This right here is my pride and joy. Love it, love it, love it. Love my green stalk. And I need to pick these. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.